Welcome in on this Red Tuesday. My name is Janae Hancock here at the live desk. Right now, currently, we are waiting for the Kansas City Chiefs to take this podium live in Las Vegas, Nevada. This will be their first press conference that they are hosting ahead of Super Bowl 58. We are expecting head coach Andy Reid as well as Patrick Mahomes and other selected players to take the podium to speak, previewing that matchup with San Francisco 49ers later on this week on Sunday. Now, while the Chiefs will be talking about the big game, a lot of people are starting to place their bets, and a lot of animals included. I do want you all to take a look at this video now here on your screen. This is a few of the sea life animals at the aquarium here in Kansas City. Hundreds of fish, including zebra sharks, rescued green sea turtles, and cow-nose stingrays got to join in on the celebration as two members of the Sea Life dive team swam through the ocean and had a run it back flag earlier this week. And as you can see there, the stingrays and the sea dragons actually casted their votes between the Chiefs and the 49ers, and they chose the Chiefs. You can see those two helmets there on your screen. And that run it back flag as well. Now the creatures are 1-0 with the recent Super Bowl picks, and they hope that their winning record will double this upcoming weekend. So again, they are getting involved as well as people. But we do want to check in also on the Kansas City Zoo, and you can see those photos they sent in to our newsroom just yesterday here on your screen now, and they are posing for the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 58. Their team there at Kansas City Zoo, they said they're not going to be picking a winner because they're already Chiefs fans, diehard Chiefs fans, and they know that the Chiefs will win this upcoming Sunday for the Super Bowl. So again, there are those photos, and as far as the Sea Life Aquarium here in Kansas City, you can find more by heading to our website, kctv5.com, and we'll be giving you a better look at it during our evening newscast as well a little bit later. So if you are joining us, just now joining us, we are currently waiting for the Kansas City Chiefs to take the podium in Las Vegas to preview that huge matchup that we are all waiting for on Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers. So as soon as we see Andy Reid take the stage, we will be sure to tune in live, and we will also be sending a push alert to all your friends who are not joining in just yet, but definitely let them know that this is something that they are going to want to hear. We'll hear from Andy Reid as well as Patrick Mahomes and other selected players here in just a bit. So we will keep a close eye on that podium, and I'll be sure to turn back to it once we see that they are on stage. Now, last night, I'm sure you all probably saw it all over social media yesterday as well as today, but the big news, the NFL kicked off their week-long of events with opening night, and we've been talking about it all last week, and we'll continue talking about it. Our KCTV5 news team, they're all there as far as sports, and then we have Carolyn Long and Bill Hurlbrink who will make their way out there tomorrow, but KCTV5's Marlia Campbell is giving us a better look inside of opening night for the NFL ahead of Super Bowl 58. Let's take a listen in.
Las Vegas just has an energy to it, an atmosphere.
Vegas is kind of magical.
Sin City is lighting up for Super Bowl week. Fans outside Caesars Palace witnessed the debut of its Super Bowl spectacular show last night, a 3-minute production displayed on a 65,000 square foot projection running nightly all week.
I was surprised at first. I didn't know it was going to happen, and the size and scale of it was really impressive. I feel like it's typical Las Vegas. Bigger is better.
But the official party launches tonight.
We've always wanted to do this, do the pre-game party festivities, and hopefully meet the coaches and the players.
Opening night marks the first and the last time the 49ers and Chiefs are together under one roof until they rendezvous here on Sunday. Fans can be part of the hoopla too, including live entertainment, autograph sessions, and photo ops for $30 a ticket. Substantially cheaper than going to the big game.
Tickets are crazy. We don't have that kind of money, but we still want to go meet the players and see all the hype.
Fans across the country are here for the festivities.
It's going to be a celebration of the joy of football, our football fandom, all 32 teams, and the battle of the two teams to the Super Bowl.
Some more bitter than others.
We like Bengals and Packers. Our kids like the Eagles and Dolphins. So.
And the Dolphins are the best team in the NFL. So
You win.
But there's a little something here for everyone this week, even those who have to choose a new team to root for.
Kansas City. 49ers because they beat my Packers.
Kansas City. I don't like the 49ers.
Hey, 2 out of 3. Not bad.
And of course, when you think about the Super Bowl, you think about food. We'll get there here in a bit, but then you also think about the gear and, of course, the big game. Now, speaking of the gear, I actually had time to speak to a brother and sister who are creating custom shoes for the Super Bowl, and they're hoping to catch the eye of Patrick Mahomes. And they're from Lubbock, Texas. Here's that story for you.
I started these like 2 or 3 years ago. My mom had a friend who was about to have a niece, and she wanted me to paint her like little ladybug shoes. So that's what I did. And after that, it just took off from there.
We've been doing it for a little while, like Ethan said, but it has turned into something we could never imagine. And that started last August. The order came in from someone here local to Lubbock who is now in Kansas City. And so as far as we know, that is what they are for. That is what they wanted them for. And that is why we rushed that order. So we are super pumped about it, super excited about it. Regardless of where our shoes are worn, we're just honored to be able to even make something, create something that someone wants and bring it to life for them. And getting that recognition anywhere, but especially at a Super Bowl game or for something like this event, to just the grandness of it is insane.
I'm just really happy that, someone wanted a pair of shoes for me. And I got to be able to do Kansas City Chiefs shoes.
The ultimate goal has to be Patrick Mahomes wanting a pair of custom shoes. And it's crazy because we are so local. We're in Lubbock, Texas. We have so many tech shoes that we've done. We love Texas Tech. And in fact, we started doing Adidas shoes because of the whole switch that Tech's going through due to Patrick Mahomes.
And so that was Ethan and Macy Martinez, and we'll be hearing much more from them during our evening newscast today. And their company is called Custom Me for Macy and Ethan, and they've been in business just
about 30 seconds out. He's walking in here.
I believe they said August of last year, so they're fairly new, but they are hoping to catch the eye of Patrick Mahomes. Again, you can catch that story, more on that story, later on this evening. Now, again, we are keeping a close eye on this podium, waiting to hear from the Chiefs, their first press conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. I see a few people on our Facebook page. They are tagging a few of their friends and family members to make sure that they are tuning in. If you haven't done so already, also make sure you are letting everyone know, they're Chiefs fans, that we will be hearing from Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and others in just a few minutes. We're keeping a close eye on that. They should get started here in a bit. But I also touched on the fact that when you think about the Super Bowl, you also think about food. And it looks like we'll come back to the food part. We are going to tune into this press conference because Andy Reid is now taking the podium.
It's great to be here. Good to see everybody. Look forward to the challenge of playing the 49ers, heck of a football team. These teams, the last 2 teams standing here, we're honored to be one of them. So with that, time's yours here.
Hey, Coach, over to your right.
Yep.
You've been around pro football for so long. The business of the game just continues to grow, the hoopla around it. What have you made, and what would you think back from your early days of coaching of what the NFL was then and the behemoth that it's become now?
Yeah, it's great for the league, for the players, coaches, for you guys. Everybody profits from it. From a monetary standpoint, it's fun to watch the growth of the game, the different changes that have taken place there. Grateful for the foundation that the guys before us laid for us, and it's different. I mean, it's definitely different. When I got into it, there weren't cell phones, and now look at us, right? So the technology, not only with you folks, but also within the game, has been increased, and it allows you to be even more detailed as a coach, which presents you and the fans better offenses and defense, a little bit more out of the box, sophisticated type offenses and defenses. So it's unlimited that way, and it'll continue. It's going to keep growing. The longer we're in this, it's become not just a game in America, but a game throughout the world now. So a tribute to Roger Goodell and all his efforts that he's put forward to make this a progressive, this game progressive and international.
Coach Reid, over here to your left, Evan Walker with WXCI. Coach, the 49ers are one of the few teams to regularly employ a fullback in their offense. You've been around this game for a long time. Why do you think we've seen a decline in teams regularly employing fullbacks, and what are some of the unique challenges that presents?
Yeah, so this is actually the first year that we haven't, since I've coached, that I haven't had a fullback. And I just had a tight end that could kind of fill that role. That's what people are doing now. So things are so spread out that people have gone away from the traditional fullback, although they do a great job with it, and they're the number one offense. So they're doing something right with him. He's a heck of a player. But what you see with him is he can play the tight end position. He can play wide receiver position. They move him all over the place, and his flexibility within the offense makes it valuable position for them.
Hello, Coach. Good morning. Federico Olvera, Dame Bola from Radio 13, Mexico City.
Yes.
Coach, what's your strategy to arrive good, in a good shape in January in the playoffs? What are those things you do and you say to your players to execute well on the game and mostly in the Super Bowls?
Yeah, so there's a lot of hoopla that goes on with the game, and everybody patting you on the back, and all of that's great. But you've still got to practice. So when we come out here, we practice, and we go over to the field every day, make sure we get our work done. Take care of your diet. The players do that, and rest becomes important. So you try to keep them in a routine the best way you possibly can with the different events that they have they're obligated to.
Andy, a couple things. Kadarius Toney, what are his chances of playing on Sunday?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. He's been practicing, and we'll just see whether he's up or not. Yeah.
And what about Jerick McKinnon as well?
Jerick is not practicing. I tell you, it's slim for him to be out there.
Coach Reid, last year I got to interview you and I asked you if you considered your Kansas City Chiefs in a dynasty. You told me that it was not in you to define them like that. Given the circumstances and seeing you back here again, I have to ask, has your answer changed? Are you the new dynasty?
Yeah, so I think the best answer I can give you is when you're in the mix of things like we are, you don't really look at that. You're so focused in on the next game. And I think if you make that your focus, you're probably going to have a problem and get knocked off whatever pedestal people think you're on. And so this game, there's too much parity in this game to take your energy and put it in that direction. So we're focusing on this game here against a great football team, and it's going to take all our energy to do well against them. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Andy.
Hey.
What would you like to see from Joe Thuney to make him possible to play Sunday? And as a veteran coach, how hard is it to know a guy's an all-pro and is trying to be out there, but you have to maybe make the difficult decision to not play him in the biggest game of the season?
Yeah, Nate, it's strength and making sure that he's in a position that he doesn't get hurt worse than what he's got. And so that's what we look at.
Do you anticipate he's going to try to practice this week?
We'll see. I think it's a long shot, yeah.
Coach Reid, 11 Sports, The Zone, the American football community in Belgium. You have coached in a lot of Super Bowls. You won Super Bowls. You lost Super Bowls. Which of the Super Bowls you won gave you the most satisfaction? And which of the Super Bowls you lost stuck with you the longest? Yeah, that's a good question, because the ones you lose stick with you, and the ones you win stick with you. So they're in a good way. But I'll tell you, always the first one that you win is something special. Not that the other one wasn't, but and then the losses, you try to learn from them the best you can. And I can remember about every play from each one of those. So, yeah.
Coach Reid, Jake Bodine with God Behind Bars.
Yep.
I, as a father of 5 myself, and you being a father of 5, how do you balance football and family?
Yeah, so I'd probably add faith in there too, because that helps along that trail, obviously. So I think it's important that you spend time with your family. I've got 12 grandkids and one on the way, and so it's important that we divide our time up. I'm blessed to have a great wife that likes to travel and go see all the grandkids, and she has a little bit more freedom to do that. But if I'm not doing that, then if I'm not doing football or family, I mean, I'm not doing anything. I'm not a golfer. I don't go fishing and all that stuff. So it's either family or football or church. So, yeah.
Coach, year over year, you have 2 new tackles. Just as you look back at the year, how have you seen them develop and confidence level of them slowing down Bosa and company?
Yeah, so we had those inside 3 that were kind of the nucleus of it, and then we were able to welcome in 2 new tackles, and things started off relatively slow just because of the expectation level coming into a team that had been winning, but they've worked their tail off, and they also came from winning programs, so they worked their tail off to fit into the scheme and have done a nice job with that. So I've been happy with their progress.
Hi, Andy. We talk a lot about the various player matchups, but I wanted to ask you, how about the coaching matchup? Like yourself, Kyle's considered one of the tops in the profession. What's it like going up against him?
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to go against him. I think he is one of the top coaches in the National Football League, obviously. This isn't just a one-year thing for him. He's been doing this now for a while, so I have a ton of respect for him. He is a great offensive mind, but he's also very sharp from a defensive standpoint on special teams, which makes him a great head football coach, and a ton of respect for him. Look forward to the challenge of being able to do that on Sunday.
Andy, Ryan Dunleavy from the New York Post. You only have 2 of your defensive starters from the last time these 2 teams played in the Super Bowl. You guys have remade your defense. It's pretty easy for teams to stick with winning guys. What prompted you guys to make over the defense so much in these last 4 or 5 years, and how have you been able to do that while still winning at the elite level?
Yeah, I would tell you age was some of the factor in this world of the NFL and free agency. Things change. Brett Veach has done a nice job of bringing an influx of young guys into the program. Those young guys, a bunch of them were in that secondary, and they've gotten better here with time. So we took some bumps and bruises early last year, but they've gotten better. They got better towards the end of last year, and then they just picked up on it and have done a nice job working into this year. But I would tell you, Brett, the job that Brett does between free agency and the draft is second to none. I mean, he does a great job with all that.
Coach,
Good. Gotcha.
Can you talk about just how positive Clyde's attitude has been? He spoke earlier on this season about, the surprise of not being able to play in last year's game. But talk about his attitude this year.
Yeah, Clyde's been great. He brings a lot of energy to that, not only that group, but to the team. And in return, he's had a tremendous year this year. So, and he and Pacheco have a good relationship, as all the running backs do. But those two have a special relationship, and as coaches, we don't care who's in or who's out. They interchange with each other, and both have they're both strong on the pass game and the run game. So, yeah.
Coach, right here.
Yep. Gotcha.
Question from Germany.
Yes.
As you said before, times have changed a lot. The internet, mobile phones. What do you say about the conspiracies that have popped up concerning Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, like some kind of Republican conspiracies, that you guys made it into the Super Bowl to actually secretly re-elect or help re-elect President Biden?
That's way out of my league. Very similar to me speaking German. But listen, we appreciate I appreciate the question. She's been great, and we had a nice visit with President Biden. That's about as far as I can go last year. Yeah, with that.
Andy, over here.
Nope, I'm lost all the way over. Gotcha, Jeff.
This game features two of the better offensive play callers in the NFL, but to do that during the course of a game, does it have to take away, or does it from game management?
I guess it can. We haven't had problems with that. We have good communication. We all have headsets on, so we can, and we have an opportunity to see things. So I think we're okay there. I trust, Matt Nagy with doing things. If I have to watch the game, he's taking care of business, doing his thing. I'm sure Kyle would probably tell you the same thing. So we're there, and I think it works out okay. Yeah.
Hey, Andy, over here.
Okay. There we go.
So the answer, if you can't say the 3rd and 15 play, when you think back to the Super Bowl win over the 49ers, is there a moment or another play from that game that just kind of will pop to mind?
I'd tell you that was probably a big one right there. There were several plays within there where we were able to come back in the game. They got after us pretty good the first half and into that third quarter, but I would tell you that that would probably be the biggest play that stands out, though. Yeah.
Time for 3 more guys.
Coach, right here, Gilberto Obregón, CBS Las Vegas.
Okay.
With the win on Sunday, you get the chance to join a short list, Bill Belichick, Bill Walsh, of coaches to win more than 3 Super Bowls. Have you thought about that?
I haven't, no, but I appreciate you asking. That's not where I go with all that. Yeah.
Do you use that as motivation, or?
No, I'm in, we're trying to teach about the 49ers, and you take yourself out of it, you take all that stuff out. This is a team sport, so you focus right in on that group. I will tell you, though, we've enjoyed Las Vegas and the hospitality from your people in the city here. Yeah.
Andy, E.J. Smith with the Philadelphia Inquirer. When you think of that 2-4 stretch you guys went through in the regular season, particularly the struggles Marquez had in some of those games, I guess what does it take from a team to overcome that and a player to overcome something like that?
Yeah, MVS has done a real nice job with that. He had a couple big drops early in the season. He just kept working, and he's mentally tough. He's smart. He understands the offense. So he just pounded through it, and it worked out, and the quarterback maintained confidence in him and has kept using him throughout. So, yeah.
Last question right here.
Matt Wolf, Florida National News. You said that you're going to be coaching for the foreseeable future. Is there a rule change or something that you would like that you could change that would make it easier for you mentally and physically moving forward?
No, I mean, not right here. There isn't. But no, there's not. Yeah. All right, good. Thank you.
Thursday is the one that you couldn't do.
No, Thursday.
Oh.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't think Jay can help.
Yes, I got you.
I can help.
Yeah, we'll probably, we'll take it down, the names, but then we want to put them in a good spot so that we can use some of them tomorrow, because some of them, like Kelsey and Mahomes, we'll use it again.
You know, it's awesome. You know, it's a blessing to be in this position. You know, I'm blessed to be a part of the Chiefs organization. You know, not too many people get to go to one Super Bowl, let alone 2 back-to-back. So I'm just incredibly thankful.
How did you describe the work of Coach Reid?
It's always about chasing greatness with Coach Reid. You know, just always trying to improve and really achieve the potential of this team. I don't know what to say to the Mexican fans. I just hope they support the Chiefs. I just say go Chiefs.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What's the biggest difference from last year to this year?
You know, I think the biggest difference, just having had that experience, you know, going into this Super Bowl, I'd just say that, you know, just having been here, you know, kind of being familiar with the week, the game, how it's going to feel and all that kind of stuff, I'd say that's the biggest difference.
Defense this year has appeared to be more dominant than years past. What was the biggest difference this season?
I think a combination of everything. You know, there's a lot of different factors playing into that. We had a lot of first-year starters last year that into the second year took that leap, if you will. We challenged ourselves to become better each and every day, and you know, just everything together with coaches and players working together, having belief and faith in each other. I think that's what it was.
What's the most important impactful thing you've learned from a guy like Chris Jones?
Oh man, I mean, Chris, one of my really good friends, man. I just learned really so much from him. I can't even put it into words, but just always chasing greatness and trying to improve every single day. It felt, yeah, it felt a little weird practicing there, but we appreciate their hospitality, great facilities. I don't know, maybe, but yeah.
How many of your relatives have asked you questions on the table? Your friends and friends from back home?
I mean, yeah, quite a few. Quite a few people have asked me about them, but yeah. There's a reason they're in the Super Bowl. You know, they have a great offense. They have all the weapons. They don't have any weaknesses at all. So we have a lot of respect for them. We're going to have our hands full, but I think we'll be ready for it. Yeah, my family will be here. You know, I'm not going to speak to what I learned about myself, really, but just I'm blessed to be a part of this Chiefs organization, you know, be around great players, have great teammates and all that kind of stuff, have great leaders, and, you know, that constantly push me to be a better player in person.